Hello everyone, welcome back to Unlock English. I'm your host, Maddie. Whether you're listening while taking a walk, drinking a morning coffee, or doing the dishes, I'm so glad you're tuning in today. Today's episode is extra special. We're diving into one of the most famous personal development books ever written, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. First published in 1989, this book has sold over 40 million copies worldwide. Now, if your goal is to speak natural English, improve your life, or boost your productivity, this episode is packed with useful vocabulary for you. I'll explain everything in clear, natural English that is easy to follow. Before we look at the habits, Covey introduces a core concept, the paradigm shift. A paradigm is simply the way you view the world, your perspective. Covey argues that real change doesn't come from changing your service level behaviors. It comes from shifting your mind, changing the lens through which you see the world. He breaks the 7 habits into 3 main stages. Stage 1, private victory, going from dependent to independent. Stage 2, public victory, learning how to collaborate and work well with others. Stage 3, renewal, keeping yourself sharp and healthy. Let's jump right in. First up, the private victory. These 3 habits are all about you, building self-mastery and taking charge of your own life. Habit number 1 is be proactive. What does proactive mean? Being proactive means taking responsibility for your own choices rather than blaming circumstances or other people. Reactive people say things like, I couldn't practice English today because the weather was bad, or my boss made me mad. They let external conditions control their mood and actions. Proactive people, on the other hand, focus on what Covey calls their circle of influence, the things they can actually control, their own choices, attitudes, and efforts. Here's a quick tip. The next time something goes wrong, ask yourself, what part of this can I control? That is proactive thinking. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Imagine you're building a house. Do you start laying bricks randomly? Of course not. You need a blueprint first. This habit means creating a clear visual picture of where you want to go before you take action. Covey suggests writing a personal mission statement, a list of your values and ultimate long-term goals. If you are learning English, ask yourself, why am I learning? Is it to get a new job, travel comfortably, or make international friends? Keep that vision in your mind every day. Habit number 3 is put first thing first. This is all about time management and personal discipline. Covey introduces a 2x2 grid called the time management matrix. He divides all activities into 4 categories based on whether they are urgent or important. He divides all activities into 4 categories based on whether they're urgent or important. Urgent and important, crisis and deadlines, putting out fires, etc. Important but not urgent, like planning, exercise, skill building, studying English. Not important but urgent, like interruptions, some phone calls. Not important and not urgent. Endlessly scrolling on social media or watching TV for hours. Highly effective people spend most of their energy on things that are important but not urgent. Studying English for 20 minutes every day isn't urgent. No one will fire you if you don't do it today, but it is incredibly important for your future. Awesome job making it through the first 3 habits. Once you have mastered yourself, you're ready for the public victory. These habits focus on how you interact and build strong relationships with others. Habit number 4 is think win-win. In life, many people have a win-lose mindset. In order for me to win, you have to lose. Or a lose-win mindset where they always compromise and sacrifice their own needs. Covey says that mature, effective people look for win-win agreements, solutions where both sides feel satisfied. It's not about competing, it's about cooperation. In business and personal relationships, aim for outcomes where everyone walks away happy. Habit number 5. 2. Language connection. When you practice listening to native English speakers, don't just focus on the grammar. Pay attention to how they feel. Take 2. Pay attention to how they feel, their tone of voice, and the emotion behind their message. Habit 6 is synergize. Synergy is a big word, but the concept is simple. Whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It means that when two or more people work together creatively, the result is much better than what either person could have achieved alone. It is 1 plus 1 equals 3. Synergy is about respecting differences, combining strengths, and coming up with third alternatives that no one thought of individually. We've reached the final habit. Habit number 7 brings everything together. Habit 7 is called sharpen the saw. Covey tells a story to illustrate this. Imagine a man in the forest who has been trying to cut down a tree for 5 hours. He's exhausted, sweating, and making very little progress. A traveler walks by and says, "Why don't you take a break for 15 minutes and sharpen your saw?" The woodcutter snaps back, "I don't have time to sharpen the saw. I'm too busy sawing." It sounds silly, right? Take 2. It sounds silly, right? But we do this all the time when we burn out from working or studying nonstop. But we do this all the time when we burn out from working or studying nonstop without taking care of ourselves. Covey emphasizes taking care of 4 dimensions of your life. First, physical, like exercise, healthy food, good sleep. Number 2, mental, reading, learning new skills, writing. Number 3, social or emotional, spending quality time with family and friends. Number 4, spiritual, meditation, natural, or reflection. If you don't take time to rest or refresh, you will become dull. Now let's take 2 minutes for our language spotlight. Here are 5 key English terms from today's episode that B1 and B2 learners should add to their vocabulary notebook. Number 1, paradigm shift. A fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. For example, moving to a new country caused a total paradigm shift in how I view my life. Number 2, proactive. It means to creating. Number 2, proactive. Creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than reacting to it. For example, she took proactive steps to improve her English by practicing every morning. Number 3, empathy or empathetic. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. For example, empathic listening helps resolve conflicts peacefully. Number 4, synergy. The combined power of group work that is greater than the sum of individual efforts. For example, the team created great synergy during the project brainstorm. Number 5, burnout. The state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. For example, make sure to rest so you don't experience burnout. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. To recap Stephen Covey's 7 habits. 1. Be proactive. 2. Begin with the end in mind. 3. Put first things first. 4. Think win-win. 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. 6. Synergize. 7. Sharpen the saw. Which habit do you want to practice this week? Let me know in the comments or send an email. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite streaming platform. Until next time, keep practicing, take care of yourselves, and remember to sharpen your saw. I'm Maddie. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.